Is it your life purpose and your calling to help others? I meet people all the time who long to do more. I meet teachers, social workers, healthcare professionals, coaches, parents, for example, and they really want to know how to help people that are struggling to help themselves. And if that sounds like you, then keep listening, because I want to share with you how you can help to transform lives at a really deep and meaningful level. If you have a desire to help people develop at a really personal level, and your impulse is to nurture and equip people, you might find yourself teaching or coaching or being a full-time parent or a healthcare professional. But there might come a point where you feel frustrated that you just can't change someone's life the way you want to. You can't stop people from self-sabotaging. It's so hard when you're watching someone that you care about unravel, when you see someone with low self-esteem go from one bad relationship to the other, when you see somebody with low confidence never reaching their potential, when you see someone who's addicted to food or screen time or other things and they just can't stop, but they desperately want to. We see people all the time who are just not living their potential, and we always want to go, well, I'd love to help that person. I'd love to help that person who has clearly got an unhappy relationship with food and they're very overweight. And I know they don't like it, but they don't know how to stop. I'd love to help that kid who's spiraling out of control and has so much potential, but they feel lost. I'd love to help that person who's been alone and has got so much to give, and yet they just can't seem to find or maintain a loving, lasting relationship. Often we so want to help. There's nothing in the world like helping people, but if you don't know how, it can all seem very, very futile. So when you really want to help, but you can't help, it can make you feel helpless. Every parent knows what it's like when your kid becomes a lost teenager and acts out, or maybe you see it with family members who've been difficult their entire life and are really unhappy and you'd love to help them, but you don't know how, and they might even be resistant to you helping because you're just the niece or the daughter or the son or someone that doesn't have the qualities or the expertise that they would recognize as being able to help them. Of course, only the person with an issue can transform themselves, but you can help people rewire their thinking, rewire their beliefs about themselves and the patterns they're stuck in. So I'll give you an example. I was on a beach in Costa Rica many years ago. This guy came and said, "Hey, I know who you are, and I wonder if you can help me." He said, "I've been an addict all my adult life. I've been in rehab so many times. And the minute I come out, I go straight back to drinking and using, and I'm just out of control. I got a wife and kids, and I just don't know what's wrong with me." And as I talked to him about his life, and he described his life, his parents were doctors, he had an elder brother, then he had two young twin brothers, I saw immediately what was going on, because he created a pattern. The older brother would be forever the firstborn, and he was the little boy, the little guy, so big brother, little boy. And then they had twin boys that were sick. So he lost his identity. And in his family, there was the elder brother, the firstborn son, and these twin boys that were ill because they were premature. And he just didn't have a role, and he began to act out. And when I explained to him, the reason you do this is because you picked the difficult, rebellious kid to get attention. We have to play a role to get attention. You never need to do that again. And then I met someone else who said, I paraglide, I love dangerous sports. My wife has really had enough and is threatening to leave me. And when I talked to him, it turned out his brother had all kinds of allergies, was always sick, got all the attention in the family, and he acquired a belief, oh, you only get attention when you are hurt. And hence he was in really dangerous sports. And he'd had a heart attack wakeboarding, and he was only 35. And yet this belief, this inner belief that he didn't even know he had, you only get attention when you are sick. And we learn things before we're 5 and we keep them going. But when you can help someone track back to, oh, You weren't born with this belief. For instance, no baby is born going, oh, I can't leave food, I mustn't waste food. No baby is born going, don't look at me, I don't like attention. We acquire these beliefs, and just as we acquire them, we can become free of them forever. And you can help people do that track back. It's like unpicking a felted ball of wool, unraveling limiting beliefs, blocking thoughts, negative behaviors. And RTT is so profoundly powerful at helping clients understand how they got to be the way they are. I never say to a client, what's wrong with you? I always say this, what happened to you? And then they tell me, well, I was a normal weight until I was 12, and then my mum remarried, and her husband always looked at me funny and would try and watch me in the shower, and then I don't know what happened, I got really fat. Then I went on a diet and I got rid of the weight, but then I got psoriasis or eczema. And of course they're explaining that their mind created something to make them unattractive because at 12 you are helpless against a grown man living in your house lusting after you. It's very hard for a child to have any ability to deal with that logically. But when the child thinks, I gotta stop that man looking at me like that, the mind goes, leave that with me. You see, your mind is the genie. Your wish is its command. When a child wishes, I wish that person wouldn't look at my body like that. The mind is very good at creating obesity or a skin condition or all kinds of other issues to protect them. Whenever you have issues that you do not want, their job is to protect you, to punish you, or indeed to prioritize you to get attention. And RTT shows you immediately how to go back and use these 3 Ps. Whatever issue someone has, it's going to be to protect them, to punish them, to prioritize them. You might go, well, why would my own mind punish me? Well, often you think, yeah, when I was a kid, I cheated in my exams, I kissed my best friend's boyfriend, I stole money from my mum's purse, I feel so bad, I feel really bad. And now you have migraines because the mind has become both a judge, a juror, and indeed a jailer. It's found a way to punish you. And that's what guilt does. So we see in the Western world that mental health is a huge issue. There are so many people needing help with their mental health. And there's more awareness that we need help, but the right kind of help just doesn't seem available. There are so many people saying, I'm on a waiting list, or I've been having therapy for years and it helps a bit, but not enough. There is nothing better than being able to help people. I had an amazing girl on my course who, when she left, said, you know, this incredible thing's happened to me. My mother-in-law has never liked me. In fact, she's been so mean to me my entire marriage. But when I did your training, she took me to one side and said, hey, I've never told anyone. My husband doesn't know this, and my son doesn't know this, but I've had bulimia all my adult life. Could you help me? She said, of course, I'd love to help. She said, we went back and we found out what was going on, and I really helped her, and she's got over it, and now she loves me probably even more than her son. I'm the only person in the world who could help her. Many people say, wow, since I learned your techniques, I haven't just helped clients, I've helped my mother, my father, my son, my husband, my wife, my neighbor, my sister-in-law. We had one girl called Sasha who said, you know, what's so amazing to me as a mum, I have helped so many kids at my kids' school, kids with fear of passing their exams, kids who are being bullied, kids who were the bully. She said, I've got all my clients by standing at the school gate and just talking to other mums who then say, oh, you know, my kid's got nightmares, my kid can't see them, my kid can't go to sleep because they still wet the bed. And I have been able to help so many kids. Just recently I worked with a kid who could only eat 5 different foods. I think it was bread, chocolate, yogurt, cheese, and ice cream. And I've got that kid eating so much variety. He was simply scared of choking. And it was very easy to fix it. And it's such a gift. You know, I wake up pretty much every day of my life to cards, text, emails, messages saying, hey Marisa, you changed my life. This is the body I thought I would never have. This is the job I thought I'd never have. The partner, the wedding, the career, This is the life I thought I would never have, and it's always given me so much joy to have a board on my office just filled with pictures of babies that people thought they would never have because they were so anxious going through IVF, and I helped them be calm and visualize and focus, and now they have 3 children. But now what happens is I wake up every day to cards, text, emails, letters from the people I've trained going, hey, look at the letter I got. Look at the flowers I got. Look at the message I got today. Someone wrote to me and said, you've changed my life. My life is now at another level. I'm living a life I just couldn't imagine. I now have a whole another wall of testimonies from the people I have trained to be phenomenal therapists. If you want to explore a brand new and really fulfilling career where you can help people and make a difference and contribute massively, or even if you want to stay in the profession you're in, but have better skills at making a difference, a real difference that lasts, that is permanent and powerful, just go ahead and click the link below. Check out my next video here.